Hi everyone, I'm here today with Colin, who is a Ninja Teacher alum, and we're going to be chatting to him about his experience of living and teaching English in Vietnam. So how are you doing today?
Doing great. It's a usual warm afternoon in Ho Chi Minh City, but just had some good Mexican food, tacos, so it's going good.
Awesome. I would like to find out a bit about why you decided to first move to Vietnam and come to Vietnam to teach English.
So about 5 years ago now, crazy, February 2019, I visited Vietnam with a couple of my friends and just fell in love with the country, the people, the food, the culture. Vietnam just offers so much to just to enjoy. I thought about teaching English before that, maybe in Spain, but then after coming to Vietnam, it was a home run. It was easy choice after that. Vietnam grabbed me and I'm here.
Nice.
Still here.
So
yeah.
that was like 5 years, and then it just wasn't the right time, or when did you decide
COVID
to do
happened.
it? Oh yeah, right.
COVID happened, so I was really set on it. Devastated at first, I couldn't come, but I just had to be patient. I waited until September of 2022 to come out here, and I've been out here since.
Nice. So yeah, that's more than a year now. A year and almost 6 months now.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah.
What have you found are some of the best things about living in Vietnam?
The few things that I mentioned, the people, the food, the culture. I always just think about the people. Vietnamese people are just amazing, and Vietnamese students are amazing to teach. They're so respectful. You know, as a teacher, sometimes you feel like even like a prince here. You know, they really appreciate teachers, much more so than in my country, America. So yeah, you can get food from anywhere in the world. We just had tacos. Very good, actually.
Really good tacos, yeah. You're saying the chef here is actually Mexican, right?
Yeah, from Mexico City, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm from Arizona, from the States, so I gotta have my Mexican food fix every once in a while, and this place checks the box for that.
And do you like Vietnamese food too?
Oh yeah. I love pho bò, bún bò, bún cha, bún thịt nướng. You'll know all these dishes once you move here. Future teachers of Vietnam, so the cuisine is healthy, very delicious, very good.
We were talking earlier about you've lived in a few different parts of the city now, and that you're quite happy with the place you're living. You're in Phu Nhung district, right? So how's it living over there?
Phu Nhung's very good. It's towards the epicenter of the city, close to District 1. So I like how it's in close proximity to everywhere that I need to go. I work at 2 different schools, so each are like an average of 20 minutes away in opposite directions. And there's a canal there that has many good cafes and restaurants. Again, food from all over the world, very good Vietnamese food. So yeah, I love the central location of Phu Nhung.
And you just staying in, you said it's like a room in a house it's got a kitchen area, communal kitchen area, and that works quite well for you?
Yes, yeah. So I live in, it's a room with a bed, of course, a desk. It's my own bathroom. It's got a big refrigerator and with a communal kitchen. So it's about 3 levels downstairs just for motorbikes. I'm on the next floor. And yeah, there's 10 rooms in this building. So yeah, it works for me. It's simple. I'm a simple kind of guy. Typical here, typical kind of accommodation.
Probably more affordable than like a big 2-bedroom or something.
Yeah,
like that,
it's
right?
about 9 million Vietnamese dong, which is I think in between $300 and $350.
Right, yeah. That's good, yeah. With what you earn as a teacher,
very reasonable.
It's not taking up a big chunk of your salary, right?
Not at all.
Nice. So how do you find just the living costs in Vietnam and the day-to-day life? Do you find you can live well here?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I call Saigon has a peaceful chaos to it. You know, it's a very chill city. Like, people are so patient here. You know, I'm on the motorbike and there's just so much traffic. I'm just always amazed by how patient people are and chill. People cutting each other off, crazy motorbikes going everywhere. My parents visited me last year. My dad was like, people would be shooting each other if people drove like this in America.
Yeah, road
and it's
rage,
true,
right?
it's true.
You would see so much more road rage.
I've been here for, almost 18 months. I could count on one hand the amount of times I've seen Vietnamese yelling at another for something they did on the road. It's quite It's actually quite amazing.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's crazy, but yeah, people are just very very chill and live life pretty slowly. That peaceful chaos.
Interesting combination, yeah.
Yeah.
And we were chatting earlier about all the travel you've done, and you've actually managed to do quite a lot while you've been living here, right? To other countries and within Vietnam. So how's that been?
Yeah, what's great about Ho Chi Minh City is the airport's big, many flights to many places, so many cool places, only 2 to 3 hours away.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about Taipei earlier. I went there last month. 3.5 hour flight. A perfect example is just a great place to get away and experience.
Yeah.
I went to Singapore a couple weeks ago just for one night, 2-hour flight. Very easy.
And many of those flights are like less than $200 or something like that, right?
Both of those flights were less than $200.
Yeah. And within Vietnam, you've also done a fair bit of travel, right?
Oh yeah, of course. I love Vietnam. Why I'm still here. I love to travel to Da Nang. Da Nang, of course, seaside city, very chill. Hoi An, which is the ancient town, just 30 minutes south. Another great spot if you want a tailored suit or tailored dress. I'm a big fan of Dalat. It's funny, one of the fellow ninja teachers from my class, he's like, Colin, you go to Dalat like every other weekend. It's like, what? I like it. It's
nice.
Perfect weather, it's in the mountains, 6-7 hour bus ride away. I like to fly there. The flight's 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
You just go up and then come down again.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
So Dalat is a great place to go to for a weekend getaway. There's Vung Tau, which is 2-hour bus, small seaside town outside of Ho Chi Minh City.
And it's the Tet Lunar New Year holiday coming up, and you're doing even more travel now.
Yeah, I fly to Phuket tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
nice.
I'm pumped for that. And then my great friend from America will come to visit, so we'll bounce around Vietnam. If you can find a good work-life balance here, life here is pretty damn good.
Nice. So how have you been finding the teaching since you've been teaching in Vietnam?
So I started at an English center, very good company. I was there for almost 6 months. I was working 6 days a week. I only had Mondays off. And I came out here for that work-life travel balance. And I wasn't getting it with them. So, okay, it was a tough decision to move on, but it's not exactly what I wanted. So now I work at public school, primary school and a high school. And it's the typical Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, but it works for me because I get my weekends. And I like to be finished at 5 and decompress after the day.
And the actual teaching with the students, how do you like working with kids, and have you been enjoying that?
Good. I think it's important for teachers. Every teacher is different, so every teacher needs to find what age is most suitable for them. You know, so I found I was teaching a lot of kindergarten at the English Center at first, and I mean the kids are wonderful, adorable, really cute, but it gets crazy. So not ideal for me. Me personally, I like to teach the older kids, like 15, 16 years old. And like grade 6 is good too. Grade 6, grade 7. So 10.
Right.
10 or 11. So yeah, as a teacher, you know, you can only find out by teaching, trying all these ages.
Yeah, that's true, because I think a lot of people think they know what they would like, and then actually it's not what they expect with the age groups. So it can be good to try a few different age groups. And as a new teacher, it's good to get the experience with different age groups, and then you can figure out down the line what kind of age group you'd prefer to teach.
Yeah, you got to get your feet wet.
Yeah.
You know, you got to actually put yourself out there. You're not going to find out what age is most suitable for you by watching videos, or you just got to do it.
You were saying that too earlier about not really knowing what Vietnam is going to be like until you actually come. You could just watch lots and lots of videos, but you never really know what it'll be like. So what was your experience with that?
So I know most teachers here have not been to Vietnam before, so I guess I'm unique in that I have experienced Vietnam, so I did know what to expect with the country. But as far as teaching, I didn't know anything. Yeah, you just gotta have an open mind and just go for it.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people will try out teaching and then decide if they want to keep being a teacher or just do it for a year or two. How do you feel afterwards? Would you like to carry on teaching, or do you think it's just something you wanted to do short term?
Before I came out here, I had really no idea how long I would be out here since it was new. I didn't know if I would hate it, like it, love it. If I continue to teach out here, it would be wanting to take the next step, climb the ladder of teaching and get, more serious with it and not just be a, source of income. Really thinking about the career part of it.
Yeah, and we're discussing there's further qualifications that you can take to start working at international schools and bilingual schools. So that is a career path there where you can keep doing it if it's something that you enjoy.
Yeah, that requires the more than the TEFL.
Yeah.
The TEFL. Which we were talking about earlier. So yeah, the TEFL will, that'll get you many opportunities to teach here in Ho Chi Minh. There's countless jobs out here, whether English Center or public school.
So what about some of the challenges of living in Vietnam? What would you say are some of the difficulties of living here as a foreigner?
I touched on it earlier, the craziness. If you're from a small town with lots of space, I mean, Ho Chi Minh City is just, there's no space here. I'm from Arizona. There's, many people live there, but there's just so much space. Being on the road a lot, walking, people just, it's just just motorbikes and honking, and you'll never escape the noise. Dogs barking, motorbikes beeping. You'll never be able to escape that. So maybe that's, the one drawback. But it's also a very exciting city. There's endless things to do, which is cool, and it's so easy to meet people. A lot of foreigners live here, too. We're in an area right now where we're seeing many foreigners walk by in front of us. You just got to go with the flow with some of these schools. A lot of them seem to be disorganized, and don't really have their stuff together, but that just comes with, just got to accept that if you're someone that wants things done a certain way, you just got to go with the flow.
Good advice overall for Vietnam, just taking it as it comes and not having too much expectations about the way things are going to be. You were saying actually you're hanging out with Andy, one of the other ninja teachers from your course here on New Year's, and so have you kept in touch with the others from the course? And
yeah. So there were, I think, 14 of us, and less than half are still here.
Okay.
Less than half.
Yeah.
So the ones that are remaining, I stay in touch. He's a good friend. Actually the ones still here, still good friends of mine. So we still, after almost 18 months from our graduation, still kept in touch. And that's what's great about Ninja Teacher. You get to meet, spend a month with them in the classroom, and it's just a great way to meet people. That's what I loved about it, and knew that was my expectation. I could do this online, but then I'm not going to meet anyone.
Right.
So it's a great opportunity to meet people right off the bat.
Nice.
Coming to Vietnam. So I really, really like that decision that I made to go with Ninja Teacher.
Cool. Good to hear. And how about Vietnamese friends? You hang out with some locals as well?
Yeah, actually last night I was having some beers with a Vietnamese guy. I tutor his 14-year-old daughter. He has a friend who's with a daughter the same age, so my motorbike is right there, so we have a little deal with the motorbike.
You're saying if you rent the motorbike, but if you do some tutoring sessions, you just reduce the rent.
Reduce it. Yeah, it makes it easy.
Yeah.
His English is fine, but when I go to drink with them, like there's 10 other people there and they don't speak a lick of English. Vietnamese people are so fun and so welcoming. You just have to say, Mo Thai Ba, yo. And they're like, come over here, drink beer with us.
1, 2, 3, cheers.
1, 2, 3, cheers in Vietnamese, yeah.
Have you ever been just pulled off the street to come sit with random Vietnamese people to drink?
Yes,
that's
happened.
When that happens,
yeah, that's happened several times.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Anything else that you would want to share with people, maybe considering teaching in Vietnam or coming out to live here, or just anything you'd want to tell them about life in Vietnam?
Even if you're thinking about doing this, I think, and deciding to come out here, the vast majority of people would never consider kind of taking that leap and commitment to come out here. So first of all, I have, respect for you to, even considering coming out here. It's a long way, wherever you might be coming from, but it's very rewarding. It's a very rewarding experience because you're helping these kids learn English, and it'll give them better opportunities, you know, in the future to help their families. A lot of these young kids are then expected to then take care of their parents in the future. So yeah, I think that, and you know, just try it. Why not? If you're at a point in your life where you want to take a career break, just go for it. And if you don't like it after a few months, 6 months, then hey, you can say you tried it.
Right.
You know, you already made the decision over the vast majority of people that would never even consider it. So be proud of that.
Awesome. All right, cool. Well, thanks for chatting on the video. And yeah, if you guys are interested in more videos about living and teaching in Vietnam, stay tuned to the channel, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right.